My basic training period is now over. Yeah. Yes, I'm finally back from the military once again, and my basic training period is now completed. 6 weeks have now gone by, and I have been promoted. But this right here would be my new rank. It's blank. Yeah, this is my new rank, but I'm not allowed to use it. I'm not allowed to put it here. So in theory, it would look like this now. This would be my rank. This is the lowest rank you can be. But in my brigade, it is not allowed for people who are serving under 6 months or people who are serving under a year to wear this. So I'm not allowed to wear it. However, I have gotten something here on my uniform that not everyone has. You see this? This is a medal. I've done something to earn something to my uniform. You get this little mark here for a perfect score. No, okay, it's not perfect. You get this mark from great success in athletic performance, for being a great runner. If you know what the Cooper's test or the Cooper test, I think it's called the Cooper's test, it is a running test where you run for 12 minutes and you run as much or as far as you can in 12 minutes. This is a very common test here, at least in Finland, just to see how good your stamina is and how good you are. My score was 2,950 meters in 12 minutes, so almost 3 kilometers in 12 minutes. And here in my brigade you get this badge if you can run 2,800 meters in 12 minutes. Not everyone was able to do that, but I was. Bosh! So shout out to Lando Norris and his monster drink for making this possible. Very good. Anyways, I just wanted to say that I'm all fine. I'm doing all good. To be honest, today I just wanted to kind of tell you what the typical day is like in the military. What is the typical day? Also, what the schedule is like in the army. Well, I can tell you what my schedule is like basically every single day. Okay, but you know what? Let's take this stupid uniform off. So every day, the day starts at 5:45 in the morning. That's when our wake up is. How the waking up system works is there's a light that gets turned on in the hallway, and one of the leaders just goes in the hallway and yells, "Wake up! Soldiers out of your bed." After that, we have our morning routines. You can do your morning business, you know what I mean? And you have about 20-ish minutes for that now. We used to have more, but now it's a little bit, tougher. Not really bad, but you can do like shit or something. And then I put on my contacts because we have our breakfast at 6:20 a.m. After we have eaten, we go back into our unit. We make our beds. This is the biggest thing in the military. I think in every single country is you have to know how to make a perfect bed. Okay? You have this päiväpeitto. You have to make it perfect. It has to look absolutely perfect, okay? And usually our first service, it starts at 7:50-ish, and the first real service usually starts at around 8. Usually 7:50 a.m. starts the first service. Now this service could be anything really. Then happens the lunch. The lunch is usually the next service, okay? The lunch happens at around 11 a.m. 11 a.m. we go back into the cafeteria where we ate the breakfast. That's where we're also gonna have our lunch. The food is usually yellow and hot. Okay, so we don't know what the food is. It's just yellow and it's hot. The food has been actually pretty good. I think the food is pretty good. But we eat a lot of food in the army, in the military. We eat a lot of food. Kind of feels like we're always calories eating. But to be honest, I'm not bothered by it. I don't know if I've gotten or gained weight. I might have, but I don't think so. But who knows? After we have eaten, we have more lessons. We have more service stuff to do. Now again, this can be cleaning our guns. It can be, I don't know, doing whatever. But again, we're gonna do that for a few hours until 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. we have, or maybe like 4:30 p.m. we have our dinner. Yeah, you're like, oh my god, 4:30 dinner, like what the heck? That's crazy. We're not Southern Europeans, so we eat dinner at like 11 p.m. We eat at like 4:30 p.m. our dinner. And we have around 50-ish minutes to eat the dinner, and after that comes the best thing. We go back into the unit, and then we start our cleaning service. Yes, this is a service we have to do, and it is cleaning our room where we sleep in. Every single day we clean it. We clean the floors, we use little wipes, and we wipe every single surface. We do everything, yeah, so we can sleep and live in a clean environment. Because obviously we wear shoes inside always. We always have our shoes on. We go marching, we go do some field training, and we come back in our very sandy shoes and dirty shoes, and then we walk in our room with the shoes on, and it gets very rocky, it gets very sandy, dirty. So we obviously every single day when we clean or like sweep the floors and stuff, it's always very dirty. So I get why we do it. Also, some units or some brigades, military camps here have mold problems. There's mold in them. Luckily, we don't have any mold problems. That can lead to a lot of health issues with, breathing, asthma, stuff like that. But we don't have that. Good luck if your unit has mold in it. But we're lucky. Ours got renovated in 2016, so it's still pretty recent, I'd say. This really isn't too bad. After the cleaning service is done, usually the cleaning service takes around 20-ish minutes. And if we're lucky, right after that, we can start our free time. Yes, free time, you heard right. We don't have any service for that day, we have free time. And the free time is great. During the free time, you can do nothing if you don't want. If you want to go sleep, you can do that. If you want to rest, you can do that. If you want to go for a run inside the military camp, you can do that. If you want to leave the military camp in the evening, that's also possible. You can leave the military camp, and if you live close to the military camp, you can go home every single evening. Yes, this is a thing. If you have your own car and you travel to the camp, buy your own car, and you live close to the camp, you can go home every single evening for like 4 hours, 5 hours. But basically no one does that. But if you want to go to the city for a few drinks, that's allowed. It is. There's also a kind of market, kind of like a shop market inside the military camp where you can buy food, you can buy, chips, you can buy soda, you can buy candy, chocolate, everything you like. You can go there, buy stuff, go back into your bunk bed, and just freaking eat 1,000,000 pounds of candy and soda there, if that's what you prefer. If you want, you can go to the gym, you can go to the beach, you can go in the sauna, you can go running, you can go playing tennis, you can play padel, badminton. There's so many things you can do actually. Most of it is sports related, but there's also PlayStation 5s, there's ping pong. There's a lot of things you can do, table tennis, and if you are in the military, I really strongly advise you to take advantage of these opportunities. Don't just go buy candy every single evening and go in your bunk and eat 1,000,000 pounds of candy. No, please do some of these physical activities like playing paddle or tennis or doing something very fun, very, very fun. And the military is a great place to get in shape. If you're a little chubby, that's not a problem. Everybody survives the military here. But it's a great opportunity to get in shape. Yes, great opportunity. I think I have kind of lost some muscle while being in the army because I haven't been as active to the gym and stuff like that. But, I still at least have something there. Not too much, but something. Something is there. Anyways, the free time is now over. You have to be back in the unit at 21:15, so that it's 9:15 p.m., you have to be back at the unit. That's when they're gonna count every single person has came back to the unit. If someone has not come back, it's gonna launch a huge operation to find that one guy, because it is a crime not to be back at the military camp by the given time. It is a big crime here. You have to be back, and you have to follow all of the times. You have to be very punctual. Punctual, is that I don't know, but you have to make the time limits, you know. Then from around 21:15 to 22, so from 9:15 to 10 p.m. you can do your evening things. You can brush your teeth, you can go take a shower, you know what I mean. I usually do that on the free time before already at like 7-8 p.m. because there's a lot of people doing their evening things at like, I don't know, 9:30 p.m. So it's much better to do it earlier. But the silence starts at 10 p.m. 22 o'clock starts the silence. That's when all the lights get turned off and you have to be quiet, okay? You're also not allowed to leave your rooms after 10. Actually, there's a what we call a quiet hour. It's called a quiet hour, and it's from 10 to 11 p.m. If you want to go to the toilet or stuff like that, you can do it after 11 p.m. Obviously, if you really need to go to the toilet or something, you can do it after 10 p.m. But it's best to wait after 11 p.m. because that's when the quiet hour has already stopped. I don't know if you're understanding anything, but I'm explaining very weirdly. But well, maybe you are, hopefully you are. Anyways, that's what a normal day is like in the military. We wake up early, we do all sorts of service, we eat, we have some free time, we go sleep, repeat. That's what we do every single day. Hope you got some insight. I don't know if you're even interested about the army, but this is kind of like my life right now. I don't have anything else, so yeah, it is what it is. Thank you to my members who are still members after me not being very active on social media. Sorry, but I have so many things to do. This military thing is taking up a lot of time. You guys don't understand. Anyways, thanks so much to all my members. I will be seeing you in the next videos. That will be at some point. Stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for being here in this video. See you guys later. I love you.